Okay, guys, this is for Tier 2 people. The Sleuth Reading Book is on your website. We're doing page 34 and 35. The name of it is Athena and Arachne. Athena and Arachne. Now, this is a story about a god and a spider. It's not our god, but it's this goddess that you see, this monument right here. When you get done, I want you to answer these questions in your comment box, and so I can see that you finished this. All right, we're going to read the story together, and we're going to talk about it just a little bit. All right, this is, there was once lived a lovely girl named Arachne. Now, I'm looking at that word, and I'm like, I see R for AR, and the ch, but I'm not sure how to say that word. So I noticed in this next line, it gives me the pronunciation, Arachne. Arachne. So what's this word? Arachne. Let's read that sentence again. There once lived a lovely girl named Arachne. She was known far and wide for her weaving skills. Now, what is weaving? It's kind of like sewing. It's when you see the thread right here. Instead of sewing with little thread, you're sewing with big thread. So that's weaving. Arachne knew she was good at weaving. She bragged about it, saying she was the best in the world. Now, are we supposed to brag about things? No. She said that she was even better than Athena. Well, here's the pronunciation. If you don't know how to say Athena, here's the pronunciation for it. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and crafts. So this was the goddess Athena of wisdom and crafts. Athena heard about Arachne's bragging. Athena disguised herself as an old woman and visited Arachne. The old woman warned the girl not to be too proud. She reminded Arachne that humans must never say they are better than the gods. She gave Arachne a chance to apologize. Arachne did not. In fact, Arachne challenged Athena to a contest. In an instant, Athena turned herself back into a goddess. The contest began. Athena began weaving a picture of powerful gods and the foolish humans who challenged them. It was her way of giving Arachne one last warning. Arachne did not notice. She was busy weaving a picture of gods and goddesses looking silly and doing foolish things. Now, do you think Arachne was being very nice here? No, she was not. Athena became terribly angry. She sprinkled a magic potion on the young girl. Arachne instantly became a very small, ugly insect. Her hair fell out. Her fingers became legs. They were attached to her sides. Arachne was turned into a spider. From that day on, Arachne and all her family were doomed to weave webs and live in them forever. Humans would think spiders were ugly and try to destroy their weaving. In this way, no one would forget the lesson learned from Arachne's misfortune. Now, what was Arachne's problem? She was bragging. She was bragging that she was the best weaver. Well, even the goddess told her to stop doing it, and she still challenged the goddess. So therefore, the goddess turned her into a spider. Now, can this really happen? No. This is trying to say, this is a myth saying this is how spiders came to be. This is how they came to weave their webs. This is not a true story. This is a myth. All right, do you see the questions where it says sleuth's work, gather evidence? What evidence did you find the text that lets you know that this is a myth? And we just talked about this. Goddesses first, or statues, cannot turn people into spiders. What two interesting questions you have about spiders? Well, in your comment box, I want you to put two questions, or at least one question, about spiders that you have that may be interesting. My question would be, how can a goddess turn a person into a spider? And at what point does taking pride in your work become a problem? That last one is really important. Well, she kept bragging, and she was too proud, and the goddess told her to stop bragging, to stop doing that. But she chose to keep on. Give evidence from your text and your own experience to explain your way of thinking. So these three questions I want you to put in your comment box for me for January the 29th for your Tier 2 instructional evidence, okay? Reread this or rewatch the video and then pause it and answer your questions in your comment box. Thank you, guys, and have a great weekend.